As we mentioned in the previous slide, one of the main generic functions of the brainstem is that it holds this area called the ARAS, the Ascending Reticular Activating Center or system. And it is an arousal center. An arousal not in the terms of sexual arousal, but arousal in the terms of wakefulness, consciousness. You are listening to this lecture, you are in a state of physiological arousal, that you are awake. Okay? So it's called ascending because all its fibers ascend, go up to the cortex. Reticular kind of means mesh-like. You see there's this long passageway of the ARS from the medulla through the pons and into the midbrain, the whole section of the brainstem. So there's not specific nuclei as there are clusters of nuclei along this whole pathway. So it's an ascending reticular activating. It excites different areas of the brain. So the neurotransmitters that are released are excitatory neurotransmitters. That's the ARAS. It keeps you awake. And there are other things that are keeping you awake as well that are stimulating the ARAS. All your senses, your visual senses, your sight, your sound, your smell, your touch, all that stuff. And when it's time to go to bed at night, you start cutting off those senses, right? You take off your clothes you're wearing today and you put out some comfortable bed clothing, right? So you don't feel that pinch of the belt or whatever it is you're wearing, those mean shoes that you wear. You get comfortable and you're reducing sensory input to the ARAS. And then you reduce sound, right, hopefully. You reduce light input. And all these things prevent activation of the ARAS. And finally, you stop defying gravity. And you lay down in a horizontal position in your bed. And even the input from gravity isn't going to the ARAS anymore. And the whole ARS starts to slow down. And then the final kicker is an insertion of an inhibitory neurotransmitter called GABA, G-A-B-A. It is inhibitory, it creates IPSPs, and it slowly shuts down the ARAS, and you drift off to sleep, no longer actively aroused in the state of waking. So this is one of the key functions of the brainstem.